When did he die?
9 days ago.
Good.
And what was the cause?
Hot.
I'm Autumn Callop.
And I'm
And
Bursley
he was
West.
41. We offer people the opportunity to bring their loved ones back to life. Okay, Mrs. Rice. Now, trying to bring him back does involve a small amount of damage to the body.
Damage.
It's quite a task to raise the dead properly.
Yes.
And it does cost £2,000 whether we manage to succeed to manage.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
Good.
Well done, Mrs. Wright.
Shaking hands. It's important to know as much as possible about the corpse before we try and raise it. Not everyone thinks it through properly. So, your wife's been dead 2 years.
Yes.
You see, that could be problematic.
Oh.
For her quality of life, should she return.
Well, why? Changes. Sorry. Flaky changes. Oh.
We did raise the 3-year-old
Almost
corpse once.
a wheelchair.
Just a sort of flaky thing with pain in its bone.
If it's there
It
at all.
committed suicide after 2 hours by taking a power shower.
In front of a dog.
Now we're going to do some boiling in the stomach area. I'll be pulping the bone in his shins with this half shaft, squeezing the pulp out through this aperture and adding it to the boiling parts of the man. And I want you to take this, it's quite heavy, club hammer and hammer his mouth and shout his name, okay?
I'll ask you one final time. Are you sure you want to do this with us, Mrs. Rice?
Yes.
Right.
Peter? Peter? Peter?
Harder.
Peter?
Like this.
Peter! 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 Oh, Peter! I think his jaw's coming off. Should I stop?
No, don't stop, Mrs. Rice.
Oh, Peter! I think he's waking up.
Hit him hard in the forehead.
Oh, my God, what shall I do?
Leave it in, Mrs. Rice.
He started to come round, Mrs. Rice, but his forehead was soft. With Mrs. Rice, I let her murder him back to death because of what she'd done to the mouth.
Very common indeed.
The recently dead can come back very, very angry, and he might have done her a damage. The best resurrection I've done was actually on Mr. West, after he'd been killed by a swan.
Indeed.
But even he didn't come back all the way. Oh dear. I used to take pleasure in bringing the dead back, but we found that people only really do it to bollock them. They're often very angry with them for dying, and the recently dead are very sensitive. We've often seen them crying in the car park.